morning, Spacetime Badass here. So first of all, really sorry about the fluctuations in video quality that I'm getting recently. The camera that I'm using is like having battery issues, so hopefully something consistent will occur soon. What else? The hood. I typically don't wear hoods, but my hair looks terrible, so this is a good buffer. So I wanted to make a super duper short video on something in lucid dreams that has helped me. There are a few situations when this is helpful. So let's say you've already gone to sleep and had a dream. This is great, but you wake up. Sucks. There's no guarantee that you're really going to dream once you go back to sleep. Particularly the dream could have been good or something that you liked. This is more so helpful, what I'm going to explain, if you've already gone to sleep and had a lucid dream. So if you've gone to sleep, you've had a lucid dream, but you wake up. Sometimes you can't just stay in the dream. I should actually make a video about staying in a dream longer than the dream wants you to stay in, but this can be detrimental because you can sometimes wake up late, but generally dreams, you know, just last a number of minutes, so you're really just kind of forcing yourself in there with willpower, and I've woken up with headaches and stuff because of this. But moving right along, so if you've already gone to sleep, say you've already had a lucid dream, you wake up, darn it, and you're going back to sleep. Something that has helped me with both lucid and non-lucid dreams, mainly with lucid dreams, is once you wake up, don't move, close your eyes, and then recall the feelings associated with the dream that you last had. It could be where the last dream started, which is what I usually focus on. It could be where the dream ended, or where you first became lucid in the dream is also a wonderful point. Because for one reason or another, it's something about the dream you were in just clicked, and you realized you were lucid in that dream. You realized this is a dream. This is the moment in which I'm realizing that I am asleep and yet conscious. So that tends to help a little bit more if you will think about that moment in the dream, because it'll just kind of happen over and over again. Since it's something kind of difficult to explain, I will give a excuse me, I'm coming down with a cold. I will give a few examples and some dreams that I'd had. And I will say also, it helps if you lay down in a lucid dream. It's the silliest thing. Sometimes I'll lay down in my lucid dreams anyway, because it's something that helps me anchor a little bit more. I'll lay down on my back, and usually I'll kind of hover a little bit. But actually laying on my stomach is where most of this occurs, to calling yourself back to that point in the dream. So, for instance, the first time this occurred to me, after a trip, that night I had sobered up and gone to sleep, and I'd had this dream. I had a lot of things happen that night, actually. I had an out-of-body experience, my first lucid dream, my first series of lucid dreams that were chained together, and this was the series of lucid dreams that were chained together. I just don't know what was going on. I was naked in the dream, and I was climbing out of the water onto the ship, and I was soaking wet, and I just lay down on my stomach and just totally exhausted in this dream. And I'm wet, and the sun is beating down on me, and it's really hot, and I'm face down, and I can feel the waves of the boat, and that's really memorable. So from that point, I'd gone into another lucid dream, and if I didn't like the lucid dream that I went into, I would focus on the feeling of being where I was on the boat with the waves crashing and the sun coming down on me, and I was there, and I had a good platform to go back into another lucid dream from there. And even upon waking up, this actually helped me for a couple of nights, that dream. So one dream can sustain you for more than a night, because like I would go to bed on my stomach, I would go to sleep, and I would just, as I was falling asleep, I would focus on the waves and the sun, and that worked for a few nights in a row. Another example which kind of brought this to mind recently, I had this one dream where it actually started that I was on my stomach. And I could feel the tiles of the floor on my hand, and so I just pushed myself up, and I was like, I'm in a friggin' dream, and just kind of did, you know, whatever. It wasn't a particularly interesting lucid dream, but it helped start a series for me because I woke up a few times that night, and it can be frustrating when you wake up a few times in a night, and I'm a person who I have trouble getting good rest anyway, so it's actually surprising that I can lucid dream like I do, but if you wake up, you can go back to sleep, and I focused on the feeling of that tile on my hands, and boom, there I was. There's really nothing to it than that. Really, I mean, a good thing to do is when you find yourself in a lucid dream, lay down on the ground, focus on that feeling, or I guess you could just kind of touch something and focus on that. But since I'm already lying in bed, I feel that it's better to be in the position that your physical body is in, or at least laying down, and then getting that tactile sensation ingrained in your brain so that you can call yourself back to that. I've even like been in a dream where this has happened. I've gone elsewhere in the dream, and then I've just kind of closed my eyes in that dream and focused on that feeling. And as we know, if we lucid dream, if you close your eyes in a dream, you can sometimes get hypnagogia or go into another dream or lose the dream completely. But I closed the dream, and so it's really, I closed my eyes, so it's really good for dream transition in that way. So yeah, I would just close my eyes and focus on that feeling, and there I was. It's kind of, I don't know, I hope that I explained it well enough. It's kind of something that's kind of hard to explain until you experience it, but I mean, there's really nothing more to it than that, than just the remembrance. I don't know why, but it at least will get you back to it in a night. And I mean, it's already a thing. If you're just having a dream of any sort and you wake up and you don't move, you can kind of think about that dream and find yourself at least in another part of that dream, or a dream very similar to that. But this is kind of just another take on that tends to help me get back to these lucid dreams, which is really what we want, more of these experiences rather than the mundane, oh, I'm just an observer in my mind's creation. And that's just really sad to be kind of trapped there all the time. It sucks, and it's nice to get out and be lucid, and it's nice to get back to it. So I thought I would post this and help anyone out who may have the similar struggle as me, is not being able to sleep very well, and then getting kicked out of the dream. It can kind of be discouraging. But yeah, I think maybe next time I'll try to do more dream videos. I know I've been straying lately, but I mean, I feel like sometimes I have a lot to say, and it's hard for me to be consistent in really anything in my life. But it's hard to just kind of keep condensing it down to one thing in my channel. So I've just been kind of varying it up, because originally I wanted my channel to be topics of the mind and of the spirit. A lot of the spirit stuff is really kind of lucid dreaming to me, and just kind of spiritual things. But lucid dreaming could also be really mainly considered something of the mind, but more of the mind is like food for thought for me, which is what I've been trying to post. But either or, neither nor. Don't know why I did that. Anyway, that's a good anyway? No, not really. Basically, I'm done with this video. Thanks for watching. I'm Spacetime Badass, and next time I will probably talk about how you can prolong your lucid dreams. Maybe, possibly, who knows. Take it easy.